will explain about the formula in proofreading and editing. Let's move to the first material. I will explain about capitalizations. Capitalization means using capital letter correctly in writing. It is very important because it makes our writings clear, neat, and professional. First, we must capitalize the first word of every sentence. For example, instead of writing my dog went to the park, we should write like this. And second, we need to capitalize proper nouns. Proper nouns are specific names of people, place, or organizations. For example, Wahyu, and letter V is capitalized. And next, capitalizations. It is also important in heading or titles. We should use title guessed by capitalization importance, what in heading so the title looks consistent and clear. Another important rule is that we must always capitalize the pronoun I, even if it is in the middle of a sentence. Capitalize matter because incorrect capitalize can make our writing look unprofessional and confusing for reader. And some common mistakes are forgetting to capitalize is the first word of a sentence and confusing common noun with proper noun and using inconsistent heading style. To conclude, using capitalize correctly help us write better and communicate more clearly. And that's all from me about capitalization, and thanks for your attention. And next material will be explained by Indra. Thank you.
I would like to explain to you guys about punctuation and run of sentence. The first one is punctuation. So punctuation is basically the traffic sign for your sentence. It tells the reader where to stop, pause, or get excited. A regular statement always ends with a period, so you need commas when you are listing things, after an introductory phrases, or when you add extra information that is not essential. Questions end with a question mark, and exclamation points are great for emphasis. But don't overuse them because it can make your writing feel immature. And then in an American English, punctuation always goes inside the question mark, so you write something like hello, and then there's period inside a quotation mark, not hello. Quotation mark and the period is in both sides. And then there's a semicolon. Semicolon is perfect for connecting two closely related complete thoughts, while a colon introduces a list or an explanation. And don't forget about apostrophe. They show possession. Or they shorten words in contractions like don't for do not. So getting punctuation wrong can totally confuse people or even change the meaning of what you are trying to say. One common mistake is the comma splice, where you join two full sentences with just a comma. For example, saying, I love pizza. It's my favorite food. It's wrong. Instead, make it I love pizza. And then there is period inside the sentence. So, I love pizza, period, it's my favorite food. Or connect them properly with a semicolon, where it's I love pizza, semicolon, and it's my favorite food. So now let's move on to run-on sentence. This happens when you cram two or more complete ideas together without giving them proper separation, and it makes your writing feel rushed and hard to follow. A classic example is I went to store, I bought milk, I forgot bread. It's exhausting to read, right? Like they are straight. So I went to store, I bought milk, I forgot bread. The good news is there are easy ways to fix it. You can break it into separate sentences like I went to store, period, I bought milk, period, I forgot bread, period. Or use a semicolon if the ideas are closely connected. So I went to store, semicolon, I bought milk, comma, but I forgot bread, period. Another option is adding a comma follow by connecting words like and, but, or so. It's like fanboys. Remember, for and nor, but, or yet so. Fan or, oh sorry, for and nor, but, or yet so. That turns it into I went to store, comma, and I bought milk, comma, but I forgot bread. So basically give your reader a chance to breathe and process one idea at a time. So I think that's all from me. All punctuation and run-on sentence. And over to the next part.
My name is Fahmi. I would like to explain about grammar, fragments, and complete sentence for you. Alright, now we will talk about sentence fragment. First of all, I would like to tell you what is the difference between sentence, complete sentence, and fragment. First, complete sentence needs a verb, needs a subject plus verb, and complete thoughts. It is called independent clause. But fragment like one of these. So it is called subordinating word without main clause. Can you fix fragment? Yeah, you can fix fragment with it some missing part of this. For example, in fragment, because I was tired, it is incomplete, so you have to add some sentence to make this complete. You can add something like I went to bed. So the complete version is because I was tired, I went to bed. Something right now we will talk about grammar. Here is the key rules of grammar. First, subject verb agreement. Singular subject should be followed by singular verb, and plural subject should be followed by plural verb. For example, she goes. She is a singular subject, and goes is a singular verb, so it is right. And then pronoun verb tense. It's related on tenses rule. You should use past tense when you want to talk about something in the past. For example, she went to the market. It is right, unless she regularly go to the market. So you have to say she goes to the market. So it is related on tenses rules. And then pronoun antecedent agreement. For example, everyone get their pen back. Why we use their? Because everyone is plural, so we have to use their. In another case, for example, she finally get her pen back. It is right because she is singular. So, and then there is an abbreviation of they and are. It is a subject and to be. They, the to be of they, is are. You can say it, for example, they are hiking, or they are playing football, something like that. That's all for me.
Alright, and last with me, my name is Alwi. We will talking about spelling and consistent. Why is it matter? Because strong ideas lose impact when spelling and styles are inconsistent. Even small errors can quickly weaken credibility. Spelling and consistency are not cosmetic details. They shape how readers judge accuracy, professionalism, and reliability. First, use spelling tools but do not rely on them completely. Homophones often pass automated checks and require human reviews. Second, choose one spelling standard and apply it consistently. Decide between American English, such as color and organize, or British English, such as color and organize. Third, maintain consistent formatting choice. Select one form, for example, email or email, and use it throughout the text. Then, common issues include repeated words, missing words, and switching between spelling variants. Example, include phrases like the results, mixing organize and organize in the same document, or alternating between different formatting styles for the same term. Inconsistencies distract. Readers can reduce trust. Clear, consistent reading allows ideas in to stand on their own without friction. Before finalizing any text, run a spell check, read carefully, and homophones confirm your standards. Before spelling any text, run a spell check, read carefully for homophones, confirm your spelling standard, and do one final pass for repeated or missing words. Consistent is a small discipline with a large impact. When the language is precise, the message becomes stronger. And that's all for me. Explain how spelling and consistency works. Thank you.